G'day everyone, it's Joe here from thekissprinciple.net, and yes, it is the middle of the week and it is weekly word time. I hope you've been having a great week and God has been blessing you. This weekly word is going to be a very interesting one. It's going to be a challenging one, but I promise you it's going to be a good one, okay? Let me ask you the question. What have you been doing for God right now? Now, you've probably seen one of my other YouTube videos about considering starting your own ministry and doing things for God. And we talked about how you don't have to be in full-time ministry. You don't have to be a pastor or a youth leader or anything like that. So what have you been doing for Him right now? Now, remember, you don't have to be perfect to get started. You just have to be available. Now also consider this, because this has really challenged me over these last few days. God is going to call us to give an account for what we have done in our lives sooner or later. Now, I'm not talking about salvation here, okay? If you've made Jesus the Lord of your life, if you said, hey, Jesus, you came to earth, you died on that cross, you rose again, and then your salvation is assured. You're going to live with God eternally. That's a done deal. But God will call us to account for what did we do with what was given to us, our time, our materials, our resources, our gifts, all those things that God has passed on to us. What have we done to them? You know, the Bible talks about us being a channel for God's blessing, not a reservoir. I say that all the time to people. You can't just take what God's given you and just hoard it to yourself. You've got to give it away. You've got to pass that blessing on to other people. And I made it a mandate for myself that anything that God gives to me, whether it's time, resources, materials, different kinds of gifts, anything He's passed on to me, music gifts, public speaking gifts, lifestyle tips, all these sort of things, I'm not going to keep it to myself. I'm going to give it away so that other people can be blessed. So, what's some of the things that you can do today? Remember, you don't have to be perfect. You just got to be available, okay? Well, what is it that you're really passionate about? What gets you really excited? I mean, after you do certain things and you say to yourself, you know what, I feel so good about this. I feel so refreshed about this. I feel like I could almost do this all day. Well, that's just probably some of the things that God has laid on your heart to do. And He doesn't want you just to hold that to yourself. You will be more blessed if you take those things and you just give them away. Be that channel of blessing to other people. You know, Jesus came to this earth. He emptied Himself. And that's just one of the things that I desire to do today. Take everything and just empty it out. Because guess what? You're not going to be empty. God is going to replenish it for you. You know, I don't want to stand before God at the end of my life and Jesus comes up to me and He says, well, you know, I want to hear Him say, well done, good and faithful servant. So I challenge you. What are you doing for God today? What He has given you, I mean, just take that stuff and use it to bless the lives of others. It is a weekly word and it is quite a challenge too, but I know that you can do it and I know we all can do it. We can all be that blessing in God's kingdom. So don't forget to subscribe to us on this channel, thekissprinciple.net, like us on our Facebook page, follow us on Instagram. Have a great week. God bless.